Hello and welcome to Sasha and Goff live recorded.
I'm Sasha.
And I'm Goff. And this week we are talking about our top and bottom action movies. Sasha, before we get started, I want you to do your best sound effect for a machine gun. Go. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
It sounded more like a sci-fi machine gun, but we'll take it, man. So
like a
what's going on? You
cyborg.
excited?
Yeah.
So last week you threw out a couple options. I don't think anyone wrote in and said what they wanted us to do. So we just decided we are going to do action films. How'd this list go for you?
Incredibly horrible. We will get to it. Possibly a DNF. Do you know what DNF means?
I would guess did not finish.
That is correct. Wow. I had a really tough time doing a bottom three action movies.
Okay.
A little bit harder than even the top three action movies. And I'll tell you why. And I'll tell you right now why. I was going to save it for later, but I'm going to tell you why because you asked me.
All right.
Because I've seen action movies, but every action movie I saw was in 1994. I was 12 years old, and I don't remember a thing from 99% of these movies. I remember liking them. I remember whatever. But if you give me a quote, if you ask me about this scene, I have no clue. And I didn't find that out until trying to put this list together because I went through the internet. I don't know if you heard about the internet. They give you a full list of titles. Hey, here's action movies. Here's the greatest action movies of all time. And I was like, oh, I think that's a good one. I don't remember it. And that was for basically the entire week. So
Titanic. Is Titanic in your top three?
Let's just move on.
All right. Let me know in like 45 minutes, bud. That's hilarious. Oh man. So what's going on this week, man? I'm sorry, I'm gonna ask you, but I'm gonna start talking right away. Kind of bummed out. Bears just lost to the Packers. What the fuck else is new? They're still looking great though. Lucy has been pissing me off to high hell. Lucy's my dog, for anyone listening that doesn't know. So about a month or two ago, my mother-in-law started actually making like homemade food for all of their dogs, and she makes it for Lucy and she makes it for my sister-in-law, all their dogs out of their the rescue kennel and all that stuff. But like Lucy is fucking in love with this food. So she's waking us up at like 3:30 every morning because she wants to eat.
Wow.
So it's like once she gets up, it's like I'll let her out, but then she just walks around until she eats. And we have like hardwood and tile flooring, so it's just like her little nails walking around for like it's just, oh my god, it's like like nails on chalkboard. But how's Callie? What time does she usually wake you guys up?
She's good because her and Meagan both wake up when like the first rooster caws or whatever. Like they're both early birds. And it's like 6:30 right around there. Callie's a little bit lazy in the morning. She actually bit Meagan like half an hour before this podcast started, but that's another story for another time. She's okay. She usually lets us sleep in, but she does the thing where like if she doesn't poo at night, she will wake up at 3 a.m. and like throw up. Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't expecting that.
Oh,
so what happens if she doesn't? So if she doesn't vomit, then when she's sick, does she just does she poop instead?
No. It's strictly a poop to vomit situation. No reverse sitch.
Cool.
But yeah, she likes to sleep in a little bit. She can be a lazy dog sometimes when she's not vicious.
Yeah. Cool. Hey, this is a really weird question. Has nothing to do with anything. I think you did that a couple weeks ago when I said
every time you say that every single time.
This is I think one of my pet peeves. It annoys the living shit out of me, and I saw it earlier today, and I was just like, I wonder what Sasha thinks about this. And it is employees of like Target, Walmart, Jewel, whatever, taking their cigarette breaks out front, like right outside the front door. I don't understand this logic when there's a backside as well. Like I bet you got to maybe walk through like a little warehouse or something, but it's like you got to have a smoke. Like, is the best spot really like so people have to walk past you to go in? I don't know. It just it's always bugged me.
I'm more surprised that I'm more surprised that people still smoke. I think that's a crazy,
Yeah.
crazy thing. It shocks me a little bit.
It is, yeah. Everyone vapes now.
Yeah, and I guess I don't really have a problem with it. I don't like it when it's at like a restaurant or something, and you see employees like when there's food involved, and you're like, by the way, I know at a restaurant that's probably the most smokers that you could possibly have.
Yeah.
But it's just like I specifically don't want to see it at a restaurant happening. Target and all that stuff. I'm like, well, whatever. You're a slave to the man, so at least they let you out for a couple minutes.
Yeah, but it's so weird to me that they're just like, yeah, just go ahead and take your break right out front. Like,
yeah,
I never understood not going out the back. Just like behind the building where no one's sitting. So. I wanted to a few things actually from last week. I wanted to clear up. First of all, when we were talking about our top nerds, I was trying to remember who the little kid was in the nerds. You were right, actually. You said it was Wormser. I thought it was the other guy who was Poindexter. That's the dude who's got like the big fro that's like taken out. I've like when you said Wormser, I didn't think that was right because I know in the movie they call him Harold a few times too, which is his real name.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, no, I don't think that's the same guy. Other thing, wanted to apologize to anyone who listened to the audio last week because I sounded a lot like this pretty much the whole time. I sounded like Sylvester. I don't always have a lisp, but I did last week. That's why I got this big pop mic in front of me, hoping that fixes it.
I don't know. That's questionable. I think it's a compression issue with the audio because I've been having to use audio from our video stream.
Okay.
Because we've been having.
I'm sorry. It sounded okay on the YouTube though, which was weird. Like when I watched the video, it didn't. Yeah. I don't know. I might be wrong though. I only watched a few minutes of it.
Yeah, you told me about it, and I was like, "Oh, that's a shame." And then I went on with the rest of my week. I didn't even look
because you were just like, "Oh, I have no idea." Any thoughts? Like I thought you had, like, we're looking into this too, but you're just like,
"No." I certainly wasn't going to do any work to try and fix it or anything like that.
Yeah. So, rough fantasy week too. I think both of my leagues, I think I'm eliminated. Last thing I'm gonna say. And then you can talk. I'm sorry. Like I said,
you got a chip on your shoulder this week. I could feel it. You're a little amped up.
No, I think it's just because I drank so much coffee like in the last couple days. Yeah, I worked another 9 hours today plowing snow. So, but yeah, the only thing I wanted to say. Speaking of fantasy leagues and things like that, I actually wanted to, because I don't know if I ever thanked producer Tony for letting me in the Guillotine League and running it. I know just being a commissioner for anything is a pain in the dick. So Tony, I complained about the app a few times, but whatever. The league itself was cool. You did a great job. Thank you for inviting me. And if there's room next year, I'll be in. So I'm not talking for the rest of the show.
Okay. I don't know why. Things are going great. Are you sick of the snow already? Like for the winter? You're done with winter, you're done with Christmas, you're done with all of it?
This is, I mean, like, literally when I was shoveling my driveway the other day, all I have in my mind is how I'm maneuvering the snow because that's all I think about now. Because we've gotten, I mean, like, for anyone outside of Illinois, we've gotten like almost like 17 inches, I think, already in the last like 2 weeks, which is what you got in the last 2 weeks also.
Oh,
but yeah, no, I used to love snow and like we never get it anymore around December. And now that I am in snow removal, it's seemingly every other day. So yeah, I kind of hate snow now.
Seemingly is a trash word. It means nothing, and it just extends your sentence. But
that's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, I'm done with it. And the last, I'll call it 5 years, but it's probably been 3 years. I've been really making an effort to not let the winter bring me down. And we are here. We're recording this on Sunday, December 7th. And I'm done. I'm pissed. I'm in a bad mood. Meagan can tell I'm in a bad mood. I'm just making fun of Santa Claus every day. We went to the city yesterday to like take pictures in front of 7 different Christmas trees. And I was like, is this necessary? I'm tough to be around and I'm well aware of it, but I'm having a very tough time stopping it this year. I'm sick of the cold. I'm sick of the snow. Megan's helping me shovel, and I'm like, if she didn't, it would be worse. Because I would have shoveled double or whatever. Winter sucks.
We have gotten to the point. So I've shoveled my driveway, I think, like twice, and I have one of those, like the 20, I don't know, it's like a 20-inch. It's basically like a plow, almost the way it's shaped, so you can just kind of put, it's not really designed for like throwing
you got
snow.
A 20-inch plow, buddy.
Yeah, we could just keep talking about inches all night.
All day.
But no, I've my neighbor, actually, my next door neighbor's guy. I don't have a snowblower, so he came over and he did it one of the days I was shoveling. So it's like I don't think I've actually properly shoveled my driveway yet. And Joni keeps telling me, she's like, "Who the fuck cares? It'll melt when it melts," And it's just like, yeah.
I got a game for you.
Okay.
Really quick.
Okay.
I want to ask you, how many centimeters, this is for our European friends, how many centimeters do you think are in 20 inches?
You know what? I was going to cheat and Google it right here. I have, how many centimeters are in 20 inches?
I have a guess that I was going to guess.
I don't know. Is it like 15?
Not even close. 50.8.
Oh, okay.
50.8. Gotcha. 2.54 centimeters in 1 inch, my friend.
When I said 15, I meant 51 backwards. So
yes, that's what I assume.
Okay.
So you're not talking for the rest of the episode? Is that what you said?
Well,
okay.
Maybe I'll talk a little bit.
I've got some stuff that I want to get through really, really quickly here.
Okay.
First and foremost, I have a clogged kitchen sink. Can you help me with that? How do I get this unclogged? I've used Drano.
I was just gonna say
a plunger.
I have a thing of liquid plumber ready to go because our bathtub upstairs is draining really slow. But drains that I'm sorry, what did you say? Your sink?
Yeah, kitchen sink.
You could you could probably do it yourself, honestly. Just take the P-trap off, which is like the little like U underneath the sink. You can literally just take that one thing off. That could be what it is. Maybe not though. If it's beyond that, I'm not quite there yet.
Well, I'm not quite there yet. If it is that, I'm just putting stuff in the drain and shaking it. That's what I'm doing. Nice. I put some baking powder or like flour or something in it, and then I mixed it with like vinegar or Gatorade or whatever, and that didn't do the trick. And then I plunged it many times, and then I got one of those really long sticks that you stick as far as you can. Yeah. And then I got Drano, and nothing seems to be working, and it's just another added stress to the winter season. If you can't fix it, no one can. I guess I just don't have a kitchen sink anymore.
All right. Well, if I ever, by the way, anyone listening on the audio only, we are recording remote again because, again, we just talked about all the snow and everything. So if I ever see you again, maybe I can help you with your sink.
It would be nice. The stress is really messing us up.
Yeah. Well, no, it's funny. Sorry, like Joni actually, right before we started recording, she like kicked me out of the room just because she's like, "You're in a bad mood. I know you're in a bad mood." And I'm like, "Sorry, it's just fucking snow." And she's like, "I get it. I understand you're upset, but like, I don't want to be around you when you're upset." It's like, fine, I'll go record.
We're having the same exact conversation in my house. 100% accurate. That being said, rest in peace, Jobo of Eddie and Jobo. It happened about 2-3 weeks ago. We'd never talked about it. Eddie and Jobo was on my radio when I was a kid. What about you? You ever get into B96?
Not really. Like, no, I mean, like if it was on whoever's car I was in, sure. But no, I was never a B96 guy. Q101 and I don't know, 94.7.
Besides that, Spotify Wrapped came out. I know everybody's worried. Hey, who's your number one artist this year? You have any guesses as to who my number one artist would be?
Wait, it's funny actually because I pulled mine up too because I got my Amazon Wrapped.
Yeah, you got your Amazon Surrounded or whatever they call it.
Yeah, the generic version of it. Do you have your top 5 or just your number one?
I got it locked in my head. I'm pretty sure.
All right, what's your number 5?
Number 5 was Set Your Goals.
Okay, mine is A Wilhelm Scream.
Oh, nice.
Number 4.
Up.
Mine's Have No Heroes. Number 3.
Smashing Pumpkins.
I got Oh the Humanity. Number 2.
I don't even know who that is. The Flatliners, who by the way played in Chicago last night. I didn't go. $55. No, thank you.
Number 2, I got Drop It First. And then,
these are bands?
Yeah, these are bands. The last 3, Have No Heroes, Oh the Humanity, and Drop It First. They're bands I talked about on here that I remember came across from like Amazon, basically, or Dave Michalski telling me. But anyway, yeah, I listened to the shit out of those. And then what's your number 1?
Wow.
Or did you want me to guess?
You can guess if you want. It's like my favorite current band, probably.
Angel Dust.
Yep.
Is it really?
It really is.
Nice. Okay, cool.
And your number one for the 9th year in a row, Seven Dust. Seven Dust.
No, close though, actually. Silverstein.
Oh, okay.
Not the band.
Does it give you your top song at all?
Yes. It was a song called Mercy, Mercy by Silverstein.
Oh, okay. Mine was like Die Mad by Riley, who I went to see like a year ago. And it's just been stuck on repeat, apparently. Or it's D-Mod if it's German. I don't know. One or the other.
Yeah,
either way,
cool.
Spotify Wrapped, that's it. And then the only other thing I got, our dear friend of the show, dearest friend Bishop, we know him, we love him. He's the greatest of all time. He's the true goat of humans.
Yes,
most
he
people
is.
Don't
he
know
is.
that,
I agree.
But he's the best.
Great guy.
He sent me a link. Macho Monument, our dear friends over at Macho Monument, they put out a YouTube video. I think it came out this week. They actually went like in front of, I assume, the Downers Grove like City Hall.
Okay, like the council.
And like presented this plan for the Macho Man statue, and basically just like it's like a 4 or 5 minute video. I'm gonna link it in the bio.
Like, have they not done anything like that up until now? Because I thought,
I think they're just trying to like
someone would.
I think they're getting buzz. I think they're getting people surrounding it to see if the idea works. I think they've been raising some money, but I think they also want some money from Downers Grove. Which, good luck, toxic dump, Downers Grove. Just kidding, just kidding. Beautiful place. But. Yeah, it was just a really cool thing to watch on YouTube. It's just like a 4 or 5 minute video of them just being like, Randy Poffo played for the Reds. It's just like, yeah, it's great. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I'll share it in the bio. And so Bishop sent me that. He also, I didn't notice it or I forgot about it last week, but he also gave us a top 3 nerds list from the week before. And his number 3 was Data and Lore. Do you know what this is?
I do. It's stuff I talked about last week, not liking Star Trek. The only reason, like, I know who Data is, the only reason I know who Lore is because I just bought an action figure of his off of Whatnot for like $2 the other day.
Okay,
so
Bishop's
that's how I know
that fan of yours.
Yeah, I think he's like Data's evil twin or something like that, or twin. Wow. I don't know. But anyway, okay.
Yeah, in parentheses, he put TNG. Do you know what that stands for?
The Next Generation.
There he did. You're a bigger nerd than you think, buddy.
I know.
Number 2, he had Gob Bluth, Job, and Michael.
Oh, yeah.
And then number 1, Frasier and Niles.
Okay.
Excellent top 3. That being said, this is all from Bishop. This is all Bishop related. Also, by the way, this is a man who he purchased 4 shirts, 3 or 4 shirts from this show.
Yeah.
And gave him, his whole family's got these shirts, whether they like it or not.
And then he just likes gifting shirts because he got us I don't know if you mentioned it, but yeah, he got us the Macho Monument ones too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's the shirt guy.
So he also sent me a picture because he was repping the shirt on the Scoop and Poop Fantasy Football podcast as well.
Oh yeah.
All that to say, I'm talking the man up because he's, like I said, the goat of humanity.
Yeah, he is. Yes.
Prime time. I have to say, and this is really, it's a retraction I have to make because I said that he is a big fan of Big Bang Theory. Oh, and he messaged me and he said, I don't know who sent you this information, but this is incorrect information. And I don't want you spreading this hearsay, this gibberish about my name. Now, I didn't do this with any intent. It just goes in my mind. I assumed he was a Big Bang Theory fan. He did say his wife is a fan, but he himself is not a fan. So I need to send the deepest apology that I can possibly. I'm going to look into the camera. I apologize from the bottom of my heart. Sorry. That's all I got. That's pretty
the
much
end of the episode.
As deep of an apology as I can give. But you don't want to tell people that someone's into Big Bang Theory if they're not into Big Bang Theory. That is a big no-no. And I should have known better. I should have done my research. I should have reached out and asked him for confirmation. And I didn't do it. So my apologies to you, Bishop. And thank you for everything you do and for listening to this podcast.
Yes.
That's it. That's all I got for you, Goff.
All right. Well, I guess we're going to get into thumbs up, thumbs down, movies, food, TV, clothing, shoes. I don't know, anything we're putting in ourselves. Same as last week, I guess. Mr. Pibb and Spindrift.
Mm-hmm.
No sponsorship there yet. I guess I'll start off. You know what? I told you beforehand I only had one, but I have two. One of them I'm not going to describe at all. I'm just going to tell you to watch it. It's a little web series called Almost Friday TV. I just found out about this yesterday. I forgot what I was even doing. I saw like an actor or something, and I think I went on his IMDb and it showed that, and it was like a 9.5 on IMDb for the rating. So I was like, all right, I'll check it out. Sasha, this is exactly what you and I are going for. So I think we should start watching these episodes. I mean, they're like 5 to 7 minute like web videos.
Okay.
Fucking hysterical. I only watched one of them. And I would love to talk about it right now because it was so funny, but I'm not going to do that because I want you guys to watch it. It's the one, where a kid takes his girlfriend to prom. So just keep that one in mind. It's like a 6-minute video. I was dying laughing watching it. Sorry, dying laughing watching it. Other thing I want to talk about: Stranger Things season 5 just started. They dropped 4 episodes right on Thanksgiving. They've got 4 more coming Christmas, and then the final 4 are coming New Year's Eve. I love Stranger Things. I know you don't watch it. This is a show that has been going for almost 10 years, but it's only got 5 seasons. And these kids, I mean, like one of the running jokes in real life is that these kids are going to be like in their 50s by the time the show wraps up.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm watching it and these kids are playing like 16-year-olds. And yeah, they're in their mid-20s right now, but I don't fucking care. I love this show so much. I mean, the writing is... I love all the actors, all the characters. I mean, there's a few that, it's not a perfect show, but this final season I've been really excited for because I think the last season came out in 2022. And the way that these first 4 episodes ended, I mean, it was just like, I haven't wanted to like for a show to like come back out this much in quite a while. So Stranger Things season 5, this is the final season. So if you watch it and you didn't know it was on, check it out. But that's all I got, dude.
So let me ask you, Stranger Things is not something you think I would like, right?
I don't think so. No, it's unfortunately like because I mean like it's I don't think it's in your wheelhouse. I mean like there is some comedy, but it's more just like a lot of like smart ass humor, like people just being it's not like a well-written sitcom. I mean, this is like a sci-fi, like violent, scary show. So I mean it's like a cross between like I have to mention it and Goonies. That's like a really good comparison, I think, with like the horror and everything, but then also just Goonies came out when they were little kids, kind of like this show. Now they're adults. So but yeah, no, I don't know.
I heard the last episode is 2 hours. They said
like the one coming up, you mean, or the
last
one they
for
had?
This season? Like
probably.
Yeah.
They've
a movie to end it.
Yeah, the 4 episodes that came out, I think one of them was like under an hour, and the other ones were all like hour 10, hour 15. So, it's like mini movies. But like I said, I'm really happy because I've always been a fan of the show. It's had a couple like lulls, obviously, but a show that I really enjoy, and I'm gonna actually be upset when it's done. Unlike other Netflix shows like Cobra Kai that I watched all of, but I was so happy when it finally ended. Okay. What about you, bud? What are you putting inside yourself?
This week, a couple things. The first thing I did not even watch, but I did want to talk about it. The Miami Inter Miami Football Flamingos, or whatever they're called, defeated the Vancouver, not Canucks. I don't know what they are. It's the MLS finals happened yesterday. And so Leo Messi got his first MLS championship, which is, of course, the biggest championship in all of soccer, clearly, because we have the best.
Wait, is that the one
world.
from the States? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, so he got his first. I was cheering against him. There's also a Serbian guy who plays for Vancouver, and Vancouver's just been a fun team to watch. But I didn't get to see any of it because Meagan forced me to go Christmas tree pick selfie taking or whatever.
Yeah.
I wanted to go and I had a great time, and it was both of our ideas. We did have a good time, I will say that. Anyway, but I just wanted to say I've been watching. This is probably the first full season of MLS soccer that I paid attention to the entire season. So I'm kind of impressed with myself about that. I'm also very into Premier League soccer. I know some players now. It's crazy. I've never been into knowing stuff about soccer. I watch soccer, okay, but like knowing stuff about. Okay, anyway, moving on.
No, I kind of hear you, because like with the Bulls and the Blackhawks, since I can't watch them, that's kind of how I have to do it, is just check stats, and it's like I think that dude's pretty good, like if they're on ESPN, I can watch them. That's about it. But
yeah. So thumbs up for the MLS season. I enjoyed paying attention this year. Thumbs down for the finals, as I did not want Miami to win. Next up, there is a band that I found. I found this band the same way that I find most of my bands, completely by accident. I saw the list for the top albums of 2025 put out by New Yorker magazine. Okay. And I was like, oh, let me see what kind of pretentious bullshit they have to feed me over here. And, I'm expecting, some sort of bluegrass new metal revival, or, just like a bunch of stuff that I don't listen to, but they'll play in front of 2 million people in like Brazil or whatever. Yeah. And the number one band is called Geese. Have you heard of the band Geese? Nope. Okay, weird band. They're called Geese. The album is called Getting Killed. It is a I don't even know what to really call this music. The song that I listened to is called Trinidad, and I listened to it and I was like, this is weird, but also I'm kind of into it. Okay. They had some weird horns. There was some yelling. It was really interesting stuff. And so I listened to it again and I was like, oh, this is okay. All right. And I listened to it again. And it's one of those bands where it's like, I don't know why I keep listening to this, but I keep listening to this song over and over again. So I shared this with my dearest friend Ivica and Kowalski and Eric Anderson. And maybe I can't say his full name. Eric with a Q, Anderson. Yeah. So I shared this song with them, and I got interesting responses. Ivica said it sounds like B.B. King and the Blue Meanies combined, which is like a very weird. And it kind of fit. It's like bluesy, but then at one point he's just screaming. He's yelling like there's a bomb in my car, and you're just like, what is happening in this? I don't understand what's happening here. Okay. And then Kowalski said something. I'm trying to remember what he said off the top of my head. It was something like, these sound like a bunch of guys who like did not know how to play musical instruments, but then got really good quick, or something like something that was like just a weird description.
A very
weird
specific band. Comparison.
It's just kind of it's a little bit out there, and I don't think you would like it, but I would like to know if you hear it, if you're just like, no, if you just immediately like shut it off. Yeah. So Geese, Trinidad, for me, I'm going to give it a thumbs up just because I've been listening to it nonstop and to the point where I shared it with people. So I got to give it a thumbs up. But yeah, it was the number one album on New Yorker magazine this year. So really interesting.
One album. Interesting.
Yeah. And then the last thing that I have, I talked last week about SNL Vault, the TV channel that just plays a bunch of random SNL stuff. And every once in a while, I've already started seeing like repeats of skits and stuff like that, which is fine. I don't mind, but it is kind of annoying. You're like, you have everything to pick from. I can't have watched all of them. But they had have you ever heard of the SNL skit, The Falconer?
I don't think so.
I think it's normally Will Forte. I could be wrong on that, but I think it's Will Forte, and it's like a falconer, a guy with a falcon and his falcon, and he like talks to his falcon, and the falcon just makes cawing noises. Whatever. It's normally a horrible skit. I've never been a fan of it in my life. And on the vault, I saw this one that I remember, and I remember liking the skit. And it is so dumb. And at the same time, one of the funniest things, I can't stop laughing at this thing. So I got to send it to you. You got to look it up. But it's the Falconer time machine skit. So like the Falconer is in a time machine, but he just keeps missing the point where he's trying to get to, like before the Falcon is killed. And so he comes back to save it. And there's another Falconer. And then there's, the next time around, there's two Falconers, and then the two, and it just continues to grow. It is the dumbest but greatest skit I've ever seen in my life. So please check out the Falconer Time Machine. Thumbs way up for the Falconer Time Machine skit. It's like 4 minutes of just absurdity. And then they keep cutting to a picture of the time machine, and it's clearly like a toy on strings. It's like a little hut time machine, and in the time machine, there's more Falconers every time. It's done so well. I mean, I love it. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. But yeah, thumbs up for that. And that's all I got for this week.
Let me ask you real quick. Bill Hader or Will Forte?
That's tough. I would have said Will Forte immediately, but because of the TV show Barry with Bill Hader, I'm like a huge Hader head now.
Okay. I love Hader also. Like I have for quite a while since like Hot Rod. He was in It, the chapter 2. He was one of the grown up kids. Will Forte, I think, is actually very funny, but he had a show on Fox called The Last Man on Earth. Do you remember?
I watched the first season. Yeah.
Okay, a show that actually was, man, because it got canceled, rightfully so. I mean, it kind of started getting dumb, but had one of the best cliffhangers ever for a show that just ended. I mean, like I was like, they're gonna do one more season. They have to. It was so good, but the show just ended. But overall, no, I think that show, as much as I like that show, he was so goddamn annoying on that. So I think like
that's
that
why I
show,
stopped watching. I stopped watching because it got to a point where I was like, it's too much for me at this point.
Well, yeah, him and then Kristen Shaw, like the whole time. It's like, oh my God, these two. Great show otherwise, though.
Yeah, and I like all of them too. Like I like Kristen Shaw, and I like Will Forte too, but he's got a little odd sense of humor.
You still haven't watched What We Do in the Shadows, right?
No.
Okay, she's in that.
It's on my.
No. That's just a good vampire comedy show that I really think you'll like. So one of these days, I'm gonna make you watch it. But anyway, we're moving right along. We're gonna talk about our top and bottom. Well, I will because I have a full list. Action movies. So we're gonna start with our top action movies. I'm gonna start this one off. All right. I can be so self-indulgent. Let's see, where's my list here? Okay. My number 3 movie. This is tough, man. I fucking love action movies. So my number 3 movie is Mad Max Fury Road. I think this is actually the greatest action film of all time. I really do. As far as my favorite, though, it's just as you'll get to in a second, but a movie that was like 90% practical effects. And just like in all the Mad Max movies, I mean, like you watched them last summer, like you know what they are, which is good. Yeah. Like you actually you're like, yeah, I know Mad Max. You had great descriptions about all of them, but yeah, Fury Road, for a movie that I guess it was in production hell for a long ass time. Tom Hardy and Charlize Theron reportedly fucking hated each other. I guess George Miller, the director, was like a real pain in the ass, but the movie ended up being amazing. And then even the sequel, Furiosa, not as good, but it probably tells a better story, and it's actually very entertaining as well. So I guess I maybe both of them, but like definitely Fury Road. So
yeah, I really enjoyed all of those movies, even the third one that I always say I complain about it and whatever. There is still like good parts where you can pick the good parts out of it that were good, but
yeah.
I think it's really rare to make 5 of a movie and then be like into all the movies. Cause I was going through a lot of like martial arts type movies where you get like kickboxer. There's 8 kickboxer movies and you're like, why did they do this to anybody? This is like, it's great. I mean, I hope the people got paid or whatever, but yeah, Mad Max is good. Honestly, I'll just say it right now. Mad Max 2 was on my potent notables because I think that might be my favorite, like artistically, because 1 was just like crazy. Like 1 is just like a crazy movie that came out at that time where you're like, if I was around when that came out and saw that, I'd be like, what just happened?
Yeah.
And then 2 was like, oh, they got money to make something a little bit cooler, but it wasn't overdone. And then 3 was like, yeah, Tina Turner's okay. Let's move away from this. But then when they made them again here, like the one you're talking about, Fury Road, I thought they worked very well with like the rest of them. I don't know. We always talk about Mad Max, but it's like one of the few movies I've ever seen or whatever, so I have to talk about it. My number 3 is actually going to be Terminator 2: Judgment Day.
Nice.
This is I don't remember Terminator 1. I remember Terminator 2, and I remember Guns N' Roses being involved. I mean, this just hit all the nostalgic stuff that I love. I couldn't tell you how the movie ends. I couldn't tell you anything about it. I am going to go watch the Terminators again. I know they're bad. They get bad too after 2 or 3 or whatever.
They do. Terminator 1 and 2 are obviously very good. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, not so good. Actually, yeah. I mean, like in Salvation with Christian Bale famously screaming at everyone and yelling at somebody, you know. Actually,
but
the
T2,
last one, Genesis,
that was the jam.
Okay. Yeah. Now, T2, James Cameron, hell yeah. Actually, that's funny you mentioned that. That is on my potent notables, by the way. But I said to Joni last night, that's like on my Christmas list that she watches T2 with me.
Nice.
Probably because we were talking about action movies. But anyway. All right, good pick for your number 3. So for my number 2, it's just where do I want to shuffle these? All right, I'm gonna go with Aliens actually. So this is sci-fi horror and Aliens. Have you seen any of the Alien movies? There's the franchise, including Predator, because they kind of put them in the same one now. There's like 10.
No, I've seen. The only thing I know is the alien that comes out of the lady's stomach or mouth or whatever it is.
Yeah, in Spaceballs they made fun of it.
Okay.
It's like, someone brought my ass, get him some Pepto-Bismol.
Never seen Spaceballs either. I know.
Oh my God, you haven't? Yeah, it's like, it's hilarious. They're at like a little restaurant and that exact scene from Aliens like happens in Spaceballs. And like, but the thing jumps out of his chest and it's like, hello, my darling. Hello, my and starts doing like a little waltz and then it runs away. But anyway, Aliens. So kind of like Mad Max, almost like the first Alien movie, very contained. There's only one alien in the movie, and you've just got like a small crew, whatever, that it just like hunts down and terrorizes. The second, Aliens. And that's, Alien is the first one, Aliens, and that's specifically what it is. There's just fucking tons of them in the second one. So you've got this like group of Marines that goes to this planet, and it's awesome. This one I do recommend. I don't know if you'll like it, because I don't know if you like sci-fi movies, but it's got a lot of good one-liners, great action. Another James Cameron movie, actually.
Wow.
So
okay.
All right. Aliens.
I don't know that I'll watch it. But
I know you're not going to watch it. That's okay.
I respect your opinion. Number 2 for me is a movie that I saw many times in the theater when it came out, and pretty much anytime it's on television, I just leave it on. It's one of those movies. I don't know if it counts technically as an action movie. It's a little bit historic kind of as well. But the movie is Gladiator. I love the movie Gladiator. I don't know why. It's not really like in the vein of something that I would normally watch, but I remember seeing it probably when I was like in high school or something. When did that movie come out?
I would say, yeah, probably like our early 20s.
Okay. Yeah, it was
Late teens,
long.
early 20s. Yeah.
And everybody knows famously, I went to high school till I was 26. So there it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes, but I just love this movie, and I don't know why, but it every single time I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna watch this from start to beginning. I love Joaquin Phoenix. I love Russell Crowe in that movie. The whole thing to me is really, really good stuff. So Gladiator.
Did you see the sequel?
I did not. I did not.
Okay.
I heard mixed results, and I'm kind of like nervous. I don't to watch it because I don't want it to ruin the first one.
There's a couple beats in that, like storyline things that they did that really kind of, I don't know. I'm not going to get into it, but yeah,
do you consider Gladiator an action movie?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's, in all honesty, like, I think there's not as much, like, one of the reasons I don't love that movie is because there's not enough action, but definitely an action movie because it's like the action scenes when they have them are awesome.
Okay.
They really are.
Then I'm doing all right.
It's a good pick, my friend. All right. My number one pick, got it right here for you.
That's a newspaper, a 9/11 newspaper? Oh,
yeah. No, this is I know it's like a tin sign. I don't know why I have this, but my favorite movie of all time is also my favorite action movie of all time, and it's The Warriors from 1979, directed by Walter Hill. This movie, I think my mom introduced it to us when we were like, I don't know, probably in like our single digit ages, whatever, but it was one of her favorite movies, and then it became one of mine. If you don't know this movie, it's basically a New York City gang that is framed for a murder, and then pretty much every gang in the city is trying to hunt them down. So there is also a video game on PS2. I think I had, when we did favorite video games, I think I had that on my list. It was either one or two because I love it. But yeah, The Warriors, it's got the famous Warriors come out to play. If you don't know what that is, look it up. But anyway, shut up. This is an excellent movie. The Warriors, starring James Remar, who's still relevant. He's actually on the Welcome to Derry show.
What's
your number one?
Much rather watch The Warriors than Aliens. I'm more interested in however you described it. I'm more interested in that towards the alien type thing.
Okay. The Warriors is it's got like a lot of good one-liners because it's just like a bunch of macho stuff, but it's literally just like gang brawls, like one after another. There's like 5 or 6 in the movie, just guys beating the piss out of each other. It's wonderful. So
speaking of beating the piss out of each other, my number one action movie is Bloodsport, and I don't know if this counts as an action movie, but it's the number one movie in the history of life. If you don't know Bloodsport, then get out of here. You don't listen to this podcast if you don't know Bloodsport.
All right. So why did we talk about Bloodsport last week? Do you remember?
Last week, Brick Don't Hit Back. No, I don't know.
We talked about nerds.
Oh yeah, Ray Jackson. Yep, yeah. Ogre.
There you go.
Yeah, absolutely.
You mean Douglas R. Palawatsky or whatever? Ogre, you asshole.
I went to IMDb's top 250 action movies of all time, and Bloodsport was like 109, and I was like, then it can be on my list. And I was shocked that it was so high on their list. They're talking in the history of movies. And then there were movies after it that I was shocked that they were after it. It was like, like Predator or whatever. And I'm like, I've heard way more people talk about Predator than Bloodsport, but Bloodsport's the greatest movie of all time. I don't have to say anything else. It's just the greatest. And now more and more people have been exposed to it. I've seen so many clips and reels of people talking about Bloodsport. And normally I don't like that thing because I want it to be my own. Hey, that's my thing. I want to keep it over here. But I love it. Give me a Paco action figure. That's what I'm really looking for.
Oh, yeah.
So Bloodsport number one.
All right. So I'm going to go with my potent notables real quick.
Yeah.
Ready Player One, one of my favorite books. The action movie itself, I mean, like that opening sequence with that race car scene, I think is maybe the best action. I mean, it's all CGI, but I think it looks fantastic. I mean, like it just looks amazing, and all the Easter eggs and everything throughout that movie. Great movie, great book. Terminator 2, I said that. Kind of cheating here. Well, I guess not really because it's Potent Notables. The whole John Wick quadrilogy, those are all fantastic movies too, and they're just incredible. And like you get exhausted for him watching those movies. And then the last one I got going back to the 80s, Big Trouble in Little China, probably my favorite of those of that era, kind of like the 80s, 90s, like macho thing. Yeah, love Kurt Russell. And yeah, that's what I got for my Potent Notables. How about you?
Ready Player One is a great call. I didn't even think about that movie, but that is one that is kind of joined Gladiator for me, where if it's on TV, I kind of leave it on because it just looks cool. Like there's a lot of really cool stuff going on. And I don't know why I watched that recently. Did you make me watch that?
No, I remember you watched it during your Flips and Bumps days. You and Pee Wee talked, or you mentioned watching it, and I almost like drove into a tree because I was just like, he watched like my favorite movie, and I didn't even tell him to watch it. No, Ready Player One's probably my favorite movie, though, in the last like 4 or 5 years, whatever, because I remember seeing that in the theater. And I was just like, I was on like cloud 9 for like it was just,
okay.
It was awesome. But yeah, I don't know why you watched it.
I was talking to a guy at work, and I was telling him my dilemma with action movies. And I was like, and then we started talking about movies today and how they just aren't as good as the movies that came out previously, because a lot of them are redone and not well and blah, 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 and this and that. And so I asked him, what's your favorite movie of the last like 3, 4, 5 years? And he couldn't think of a movie that was like his favorite that recently came out. Wow. And so I leave that question for you to think about. If you want to answer it at the end of the show, or if we want to forget about it, that's cool too. But just like more recent, 5 years at the oldest, what's your favorite movie? As far as Potent Notables for me, Running Man, which I recently saw, the original one, I had a blast watching that movie, and it really reminded me of the style of movie that I liked. It can either go super cheesy or like I like it. There's like a thin line, and this one stays on the right side of the line for me. I love that movie, and I'm interested in seeing the new one. And then I'm gonna hold off on my other Potent Notable for the end. Let's move on to our top 3.
Hold on. First off, I gotta call you out because you wouldn't let me suggest a top Arnold movie. You talked about 3 Arnold movies this week that you have seen, so you could have done a list, liar. Predator, T2, and The Running Man. Predator, T2, and The Running Man.
Well, I've never seen Predator. I've never seen it. Actually, I've seen bits and pieces of it, but I cannot remember any of it. And that's the reason why I told you I can't do it, because like
I'm just giving you shit.
I know, but I just can't. Like, I would love to. I'm gonna watch like 10 Arnold movies, and then we'll do the thing.
You don't have to do that. I really wanted to talk about T2, but you kind of knocked that out. So
hey, True Lies is on my list. Yeah. I have other stuff that I'm interested. I'm interested in that topic. I just don't have enough currently to get to it.
Top Arnold and Tia Carrere movies.
Oh,
True Lies. And I think True Lies and True Lies also. Okay, sorry. Get to your Potent Notables. My bad.
I already did them, so get to your bottom.
I'm sorry. All right, bottom 3. All right, I'll start with this one. I got Mortal Kombat, the one from the 90s. I don't know. I think it was like 98, 99. I know it was in high school. A game I love still, and I have loved always, and they've made, they made 2 movies. They made Mortal Kombat and they made Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and they're both awful. Like, awful, 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 like, up there with the worst movies ever made. More recently, they actually have a new, like, Mortal Kombat series that was, I think, Warner Brothers. The first one came out during COVID. There's, like, more money behind it. The production's better, but they're fucking terrible also. They really are, like... It's just a shame that for such a great franchise, they can't make a good game. Probably because, like, the storylines are always dumb because it's like all you do in the game is fight. So anytime it's just like every 15 minutes, it's like, okay, we got to have a fight. And it's like, how is this going to, progress the plot? But whatever. Mortal Kombat specifically, fucking sucks. It's a terrible action movie. It's my number 3.
All right, so I had a really difficult time doing the bottom 3 movies here. I could have gone with like any movie that had a trilogy, like the third movie on could have been on this list or whatever. But so I'm gonna go with my number 3 is something that I never saw, but anytime I saw a commercial for it, I was like, "There's no way this can be good." Now, maybe you have a different feeling. I know other people have told me I need to watch this, but The Expendables looked like the worst thing in the world to me. Just combining everybody from action movies into one giant action movie. I don't know why it sounds horrible to me. It just does sound horrible to me. And I had no interest in watching any of them. And I don't know how many there are, but I think I have one on DVD somewhere.
There's either 3 or 4. I remember when the movie came out, I was actually very excited, but it was more just one of those like, look at all those guys, but it's like I didn't really have that much interest in watching. And then they're bad movies because those are all bad actors. Like they're action stars. Most of them fucking suck at acting, so it's like most of them only have like 1 or 2 lines, and like Van Damme's the bad guy, and I think the second or third one, and it's just like, come on, I don't know. Oh, speaking of the Expendables, because I know Bruce Willis is in one of those, and now I did also go on the that internet thing you were talking about before to look up the worst movies. Bruce Willis is in like every other one I've noticed. Poor guy. I'm not gonna talk shit, but because I love Bruce Willis, but
I like Bruce Willis, and like movies like Die Hard. I kind of remember some stuff from Die Hard. I bet you the 4th and 9th one are really bad, but like I never saw them, so I'm not going to put them on my list.
Have you ever seen The Last Boy Scout with him and Damon Wayans? That's a fantastic movie. That is fucking hilarious. That should probably be on my list. I'm adding that to my Potent Notables right now.
Nice. Yeah, that was a movie that like we used to have on VHS in 1996 or whatever it was. And so it was just in regular rotation. That being said, couldn't tell you anything about it. Just remember liking it when I was a kid.
I said Last Boy Scout, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I said something else. Anyway, okay, cool. All right. So my number 2 then, right?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. My number 2 is Rollerball with Chris Klein, Rebecca Romaine Stamos, LL Cool J, a remake of the what the hell, James Caan. It's just roller derby, I guess, but this is like a futuristic one where they wear like cool like black leather and stuff. Awful acting, awful plot. Slipknot is in this movie too many times. I think it's just twice, but it's just like they really were like, hey, we can get Slipknot for the day, and it's like, well, let's film them a couple times. So it's them actually. I don't mean like their music. I mean like them as a band in the movie performing. It's like after the second time, it's just like, that's good. But yeah, this is just a stupid movie. I remember when I bought this movie because I used to buy DVDs all the time from Blockbuster for real cheap. The guy at the counter was like, this movie sucks. You're not going to like it. And I was like, I don't care. It's like $2. And it was awful. So Rollerball.
That's funny. Is that the one with Paul Heyman?
Yeah, I believe he's the announcer.
Okay, I remember that. I remember that being like a big thing. Like, oh, you got to go see this movie, and that wasn't enough for me to want to watch that movie.
They were probably doing like cross promoting with.
My number 2 is, and keep in mind, I've never seen any of them. Fast and Furious.
Okay.
There's no chance these movies are good or that I would like them. I don't like cars. I don't like Vin Diesel. I don't know anything about the guy who's dead. I don't know anything. Ludacris is all right in my book.
Yeah.
The Rock was in one of them or something. There's just
He's
too many.
I think Cena's in one, I believe. Or
I hope nobody ever plays this for Pee-wee because it will break his heart. That's his favorite movie franchise of all time. It's just I can't do it. So number 2 for me, and once again, I've never seen any of them. The Fast and Furious franchise.
So numbers 2 through like 13 for you are the Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
13ology. All right, my number 1. I did 2 movies, but they're essentially the same one: Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Just amazing cast for these just over the top stupid movies. I mean, I know it's so like Tim Burton's Batman, the '89 one. I don't think you've seen that with Keaton. That's an awesome movie. Like a very good, like just, I mean, it's got some cheese factor to it, whatever. It's a comic book movie, but these ones here, I mean, they got great actors. You know, you got George Clooney in one of them, Val Kilmer in the other, but God, the villains, Schwarzenegger, Uma Thurman, Jim Carrey, Tommy Lee Jones. I mean, like you're stacked, and these are just bad movies. Like terrible, terrible, terrible movies with stupid stunts and just like bad one-liners. I mean, like Arnold as Mr. Freeze, every other sentence, "I still see you," you know, or just whatever. They're bad movies. I mean, especially compared to like how well the Batman movies are now.
Do you remember the Arnold Schwarzenegger character in the Simpsons show, whatever his name is?
McBane.
Isn't it weird that like they were spot on with that character in The Simpsons? Like looking back at it, you're like, oh, there was so many bad, cheesy, like McBane type.
My favorite McBane moment is the one where they're like, okay, up and at them. And he's like, up and dot to them. And they're like, no, just up and at them. Up and dot to them. He doesn't understand the language barrier. Up and dot to them. All right, so what's your number one?
All right, my number one is I think I've made an argument on a podcast before that this is one of my favorite movies of all time, but it's really bad. And it's Speed 2, Cruise Control.
Cruise Control.
This movie was, you know, hilarious and horrible and mostly bad. Mostly really, really bad. It had Sandra Bullock. She only took the movie to make money. It did not have Keanu Reeves. They offered him $12 million, and he read the script and was like, no, I'm good. The guy who ended up taking his place, I forget his name.
Jason Patrick.
Okay. He agreed to be on the movie if they changed the script. When he got to the movie to like shoot, they did not change a word of it. And so he was just depressed the whole time because he was contractually obligated at that point. Okay. Bon Jovi was considered for the lead role. The boat crash scene at the end of this movie is one of the most ridiculous things you'll ever see in the history of cinema.
Yeah.
And I said cinema. The boat crashes for a good half hour, I'm pretty sure. It's just into the land. And, you know, it kind of looks cool because it just keeps burrowing through like a neighborhood or whatever. Yeah. But it's just, there's so much unbelievability in this movie. And like the good guy should be dead so many times, like way too many times, more times than an action movie should happen.
Is this boat crash? Is this boat crash scene up there with Titanic? Sorry to keep
Titanic is that's art. Titanic is like Rise Against the Unraveling. I mean, it is just a piece of raw beauty. And Speed 2 is kind of like whatever the last Rise Against album is that we talked about on here.
Yeah.
Where it's like, I'm sure it's good. They spent $130 million to make it. I don't think they made money on this thing at all, but it doesn't matter. It's just bad. It's just bad.
The movie, that's funny because I came across this one. I think it's like a 4.6 or something on IMDb, and that's just like pathetic for like a studio movie to be anything less than like, I don't know. I think like a 5.5 means like
this movie.
That's a fucking bad. Yeah, it's like a 4.6 on. Oh, okay, all right. Yeah. I remember seeing the 4, so maybe it was a 4.0 instead of a 4.6. Yeah. The first one's great though. The first Speed.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good movie. That was one that we used to have on VHS. Probably could have been a potent notable in my tops. I like that movie a lot, but yeah,
I agree. So
that's
a list. Notable. Oh yeah, I don't even have any. That's all I could. You think I had one a DNF? I thought you didn't have any.
Well,
no. You know what? I guess my potent notable would have just been, I guess, whatever the other Batman movie. I guess
And once again, this is one of those movies where I go, this might be the greatest thing I'm ever witnessing, or it's really, really bad. And I've talked about it before on many podcast episodes. Probably not on this show, but definitely in the past. Titanic 2 which is not a sequel to Titanic. It is my favorite fact about that movie. It's just called Titanic 2 because that's the ship's name.
The name of the ship. Yeah, I did see this movie as well. I actually reviewed it for you on my my Parks and Rec podcast about a year ago. But
what a movie!
Terrible movie.
What a movie!
God,
if you can find it and you can get through it, we'll give you $3 credit towards sasaandgoff.com merch.
Yeah, hey, Elf, do me a favor. Go on Amazon, watch Titanic 2 and send us a review. It's Titanic 2.
And if you're not intrigued by the great words that we've already said about this movie, be intrigued by the fact that it is either directed or produced by Dick Van Dyke's grandson. I mean, that should sell you immediately. What a movie.
That was the selling point. Awesome. You got any more?
That's it.
All right. So are you pulling a topic by you, or what are we doing? What are we doing for next week, my friend?
What do you think about top TV show episodes?
That's a fun one. I'm down with that.
Or we just say, who cares? We'll figure it out, and then and that's it. Is that the leaderboard? The leader in the clubhouse?
The leaderboard right now, is top TV episode. So, guys, you might get that. You might get top
Hispanic people.
I don't know. Hispanic people, yeah. I work with two pretty great ones. Maybe I'll bring them for next week. You can sit here and here.
It's going to be interesting to see where they are on your top 3 or bottom 3 list.
You know, anyway, shout out. Well, I'm sorry when you said I was going back to your DNF list. Like if you had a 3 and a 2, but not a 1.
Yeah,
I don't know why that would have been great.
Shout out to Hattori Hanzo who bought all my Nikola Jokic cards off of eBay. Just had to get that in there at the end. And nothing. We'll see you guys next week. Goff, get some sleep.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. Later.